Welcome to Calabria. We have to offer some interesting itinerary between history, art and gastronomy. The first one is discovery the treasures of Magna Grecia. The itinerary includes a visit to the archaeological park of Locri and the National Museum of Locri. You can visit the remains of one of the cities of Magna Grecia most important and interesting, that saw its eddy between the 4th century before Christ and the 2nd century after Christ. The main things to see are the Greek theatre dating from the 6th century before Christ, the remains of Centocamera, the neighbors of the crafts. You can also admire the precious artifacts kept at the Archaeological Museum of Locri, among which stand out pinakes, votive clay tablets representing the Persephone myth, and the Dioscuri, group of sculptures that adornate the Greek theatre. For lunch, you can enjoy the traditional cuisine of restaurant La Fontanella, near the archaeological park, famous for the pasta homemade and for the famous eggplant. In the afternoon will be possible at the end of lunch spend time with Signora Maria that will demonstrate how to prepare the traditional dishes from Calabria. The second itinerary is Footsteps of the Romans. The itinerary includes a morning visit to the Villa Romana in Casignana, dating back to the 1st century after Christ in full imperial age. The villa is situated on the road linking Locri to Rhegium. You can visit the thermal complex of the villa, consists of mosaic flooring of particular value that makes it one of the most interesting Roman villas southern Italy. Following the tour, you can taste the traditional dishes at rural farmhouse near the Villa Romana. In the afternoon, it will be possible to visit a winery that produces the famous Greco di Bianco, wine famous as a nectar of the gods, with more than 2,500 years of history. During the visit, it will be possible to attend a short lesson, Wine Tasting Calabria. The third itinerary is Gerace, Slow City. The itinerary includes a visit to the ancient medieval town of Gerace, a medieval village dating from the 12th century. In the morning you'll visit the monumental cathedral dating from the 11th century AD and the Diocesan Museum, which houses the treasures of the churches Locri and Gerace. You can also visit the Church of San Francesco and the convent and Church of San Giovannello, small but delicious Rite Church, Greek Orthodox. For lunch, you can taste the cuisine of Gerace, famous for genuine and wholesome food products in the nearby countryside and in the valleys. In the afternoon, you can visit the workshop of the working class neighborhood, where it produces pottery made by traditional craftsmen in the country. The fourth itinerary is on the Strait Ulysses Meath. The itinerary includes a visit to the National Museum of Reggio Calabria, where you can visit the remains of magnificent colonies of Magna Grecia, Rhegium and Locri. But also you can see the famous bronze statues, the Riaces bronze, a pair of sides slightly above the two, about 2 meters high, received in excellent condition and discovered in 1972 in the seabed. For their beauty and uniques have become the true symbols of Calabria. In the morning you can also visit the beautiful promenade of Reggio Calabria, from where you can admire the panorama of the Strait of Messina, the close of the myth of Ulysses, the Etna volcano, and on clear days the Aeolian island. In the afternoon, you can visit the fishing village of Chianalea of Scilla, a charming neighborhood that overlooks the sea in the front of the Strait of Messina. The fifth itinerary is Byzantine Island. The itinerary includes a visit to the main monuments and treasures of Byzantine era, dating back to the 11th-13th century AD. In the morning, you can visit the famous Catholic Stilo, a small jewel of Byzantine architecture set in a natural setting of particular value. Then you can visit in Bivongi the Basilica of San Giovanni Terrestis, a Greek Orthodox monastery dating from the 11th century AD. It's one of the few monasteries still operate in the West and populated by 2 Orthodox monks. Lunch tasting will take place in a farmhouse set in a beautiful valley full of lush natural environment, where you can stroll along the citrus groves in the afternoon and visit the old mill dating from the 7th century. The sixth itinerary is Suite Gioiosa. The itinerary includes a visit to the morning in the town of Gioiosa Ionica, where you can visit the folk little way of the old town and the magnificent palaces of the town. Late in the morning, you can visit Tenuta Santa Domenica, a rural park where you can practice bird watching, walking along the paths of fresh herbs, and taste the delicious extra virgin olive oil produced on the farm. Lunch will be possible to taste the local meat roasted in the picnic barbecue and taste the farm's products like cheese and salmon. In the afternoon, you can take a scenic walk down from the village of Tenuta Santa Domenica to Gioiosa Ionica, where there will be a tasting of traditional sweet of Gioiosa Ionica in combination the sweet wine of Calabria.